Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. My name is Lynn and I'm Pretty Papercrafts 67. I'm still trying to organise my new craft space. It's very small, so I've had to condense everything down. And I was just thinking about some storage solutions, and this is not a new project. I've watched this a few times on various channels. But yeah, these little accordion style ephemera wallets. This is a smaller one that I made, and I've made this one with cardstock, but yeah, the rigidity of this is great. It's nice and sturdy, but I just feel that I want something a little bigger than that. So I've decided to go ahead and make a larger one using some book pages, and I like the size of this for getting into the pockets. I've got a lot of fussy cut elements, mushrooms and butterflies, some dragonflies, and I think I want to make compartments, each compartment have its own fussy cut element within it. So I need to make another one. I'm not going to use that one because it's just a little bit too small. But yeah, I like this size. This is a big size. It's what does it measure? It measures 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches, so it is big, but I have a basket that I'm going to stack them all into. So yeah, I need another one, and I thought I'll put on the camera and we'll make one together. I'm just, again, like I said, using book pages. I've got, and this one here, the cover I made with a piece of scrapbooking paper. But this one, because it's for me and, you know, no one's going to see it, I'm just going to use the book page and kind of make this up as we go, because I'm going to have to, for length, I'm going to have to stick 2 pages together. So we'll get to that shortly. But for now, I'm just going to make some pockets. So this one here, it's got 4 pockets in it. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. You could do more. You could do 6 pockets, 8 pockets, depending upon your needs. But yeah, it's as simple as you will see the insides of the pockets, but not so much the outsides. So you just take your book page and just fold it in half. Now, like I said, you could use any size for this. Yeah, just whatever you have handy. And again, I'm just going to keep the image on the inside, because when you open it up, you'll see the inside image. And yeah, just very roughly fold them all in half. Just like that. I've got 5 here. I only want 4, so I'll pop that one away. Just like that. So there's our 4 pages. And now we just basically have to make them into pockets. With this one, I did machine stitch down the edges instead of sticking them together. But for today, I'll just stick them together. So I'm going to use, some tacky glue to stick the pockets together, just to give them that little bit extra stability. And yeah, just going to run glue up either side of each of these pockets just to stick them together if my glue decides it wants to come out. Oh, there we go. Just a little bead, not a lot. And just stick them together like that. So we'll do all 4 like that. One, 2, 3. A bit of glue in the middle there. 3 and 4. And there you go, 4 pages, 4 pockets. Simple, easy, very, very quick. It comes together quite quickly, this little project. So we've got our 4 pockets. I'm sorry, my throat is really sore, so I'm just going to have a sip of my coffee. Sorry about that. Now with the cover, for length, I think I want this as this part of the cover. So what I did to keep everything together, I just used a paper clip, and I grabbed my page and leveled it up with the tops of the pockets, and I've just clipped those together so that stays nice and tight together. And then you just want to kind of fold it around and doing it that way, then it's sort of, you're folding in a little bit of a gusset. So yeah, it needs a little bit of room on the inside there for the pockets all to sit. Now I still want a flap over like this. I still want this flap over, so I'm going to put down this page onto that, and that'll flip over. But I've just got to decide how I want it. Yeah, I think like that. So I'm just going to stick this section here. I'm doubling up these pages because that'll just give that back section just a little bit more stability. I'm just roughly gluing, and I'm just flipping this back over. I'm just going to level that back up, bringing this back over and just kind of placing it on top there like that. And I can just take that out, and then this will flip over like so, kind of, sort of. Now that might be a little bit too, I can actually take those out now. So that's the part that's the inside where your pages go, and then this I'm just going to flip it over and just level it up like that. Now that might be too long. If that's the case, you can always just take it up a little bit just to give it some rigidity at the top there. Yeah, I like that better. So there you go. So 2 pieces of paper, put your pockets inside, and basically fold around your pockets like so. This one's a little taller than that one. That's okay. All right, so I'm just going to stick this flap down. Just like that. Now you could get all fancy like I've done with this one and sew on all around it if you're going to do your sewing. Now would be the time you want to sew your pockets and sew around your cover before you stack the pockets down inside. Okay, so that is the cover all done, ready to go. Now with your pockets, you just want to stick them together, and that will create the accordion style. So for that, I'm just going to use some glue stick. And take your first pocket. Now, just as you're sticking your pockets together, just make sure that all your tops, your open sections, are facing the same way. So I am just going to, that's my first page. I'm going to lay it with the top facing me, and then this is my second page. And I'm just going to take a section in the middle and just put some glue stick on that. And then I'm going, again, this is my top section. It is my top section, yes. And I'm just going to flip that over and just line that up with the first pocket. Just like that. Okay, so now we've got 2 pockets stuck together. Give that a chance for that glue to dry. Again, I'm flipping it so that the top is facing me. This is my third page. That is my top section there. So again, I'm just going to put glue down in that middle section there, like that. flip it and level it up with that stack of pages there. And just pop it down like so. And now we've got the three pages turned into pockets. And again, flip it so that the top is facing me. This is my last piece. Yep, top is facing up. Grab that glue again and just glue that middle section. And then level it up with your stack of pages, pockets. And glue it down like that. Alright, so that's the construction of the insert. It's still a little wet. There we go. So there is 4 pages, 4 pockets. And they're nice and deep. This size is a good size if you're using it as a storage holder. Alright, so now we're going to stick the cover down, or stick the cover around. So this top page, this front cover piece, I should say, I'm going to stick that down over this entire pocket front. And again, I'm just going to use my glue stick because it's just paper on paper, book page. But I probably want to take it pretty much to the corners because I'm not sewing this one, so I want it to sort of stick where it's supposed to. Now, again, check that your top of your page pockets, the opening is all up that way, facing up, and then you take your page of your first section of your cover and you just want to stick it on top. Level it up as best that you can. And just give it a really good hard press down. Like that. Pardon me. Like so. And then that flips up and goes around like that. And so this back section, the same deal. I'm just going to put glue down on the back of my last pocket. Up the top there, and then I'm just simply going to flip that over and stick it down, and then that's my flap there. And then we'll just give that a minute to dry off, and that is it. And there you have it. You've got, this one's just a little bit. And there you have it, an accordion style wallet, ephemera holder, folder. You could even make 4 little mini junk journals or little notebooks or whatever to put in there. Yeah, and then just decorate it the best you can. With this one, or however you like, with this one I cut some little tabs and put them inside. But in hindsight, I'm not a fan of that. So I think with this one, I'm just going to grab, what have I got? I've got some Tim Holtz journaling cards here. So I'm just going to grab my larger ones. Some of these have just got, not that one. Yeah, I like, these are just plain. So I'm thinking I'm just going to pop something like that down. To sacrifice the one you don't like, and that's always difficult. Just pick one, I guess, hey. Pick one. Oh, I like all the fronts, that's the problem. Oh, it's hard to choose. I love these Tim Holtz. We'll just, actually, we'll do that one. Alright, so yeah, I love these Tim Holtz journaling cards. I was very lucky for Christmas. I was gifted a heap of Tim Holtz things. So, yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pop that down there on that pocket, on that front cover. but I'm only going to glue it on 3 sides, so that way I'll create another little pocket. So I'll just pop that down like that. I've just glued it on the 3 sides. I'm just going to put that there. So I've just created another little pocket in the front like that. But then on this one, I'll just write what's in each pocket. So I've got mushrooms, and I've got butterflies, and I think I've got a stack of dragonflies I want to put in here. And yeah, so then when I come to this one in my basket, I can think, oh, okay, so I've got my mushrooms, butterflies, and that in there. And this one would have, oh, I don't know, labels maybe, yeah, tickets, things like that. So there you go. It's a simple, easy little project. And if you're sort of looking for storage ideas, I thought they were a really good idea. They're also, if you made them smaller, they could be nice little happy mails too. Sent to friends with some, you know, crafty bits and pieces inside. And then with this one here, I just punched a hole in my flap, and I've got this little polymer clay leaf that I've made ages ago, and I've just put it onto a split ring and a bit of cord just to give it some sort of decoration. But you could wrap through a ribbon and tie it around to secure it properly. But because these are all just going to be kind of sitting in a basket like that, I don't need them to be properly closed up. So there you go. Just another quick, simple little craft that can come in very handy, be very useful. I love this whole accordion style. I think that's so super cool. So there you go. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. Monday morning again. Another week is ahead. I hope everyone had a great weekend. And looking forward to a positive, wonderful week ahead. Okay, guys. Stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.